last week, we all took issue with a lot of different rankings and where different outlets were placing the Miami Dolphins in said rankings. One of those was Pro Football Talk. They had the Miami Dolphins listed as the 29th best team in the NFL. None of us thought it was right. None of us thought it was accurate. And truthfully, I just thought it was a little clickbaity, a little rage bait for Dolphins fans. It worked. Do you guys want to guess, as Pro Football Talk released their updated rankings, where the Miami Dolphins are ranked this morning?
I saw it, so I recused myself.
31.
32. The worst team in the NFL. According to Mike Florio's Pro Football Talk, the Dolphins, in the latest power rankings, are the worst team in the NFL.
I mean, honestly, right now, if anyone had them above 28, lower than 28, it would be silly. So they're absolutely, based off of Sunday, absolutely one of the 4 worst teams in the league, maybe the worst team in the NFL.
The only team to score less was the Giants, correct? The Giants scored 6.
6.
They scored
And
6.
the Dolphins scored 8. They're the second lowest scoring offense in the NFL. To Hawk's point, you can't be over 29 if you're the worst offense in the NFL.
I saw Brian Dable already get asked yesterday if he's thinking of making a change at quarterback. He confirmed it'll be Russell Wilson in week 2 for the Giants. That'll be a weekly question.
Yeah, he killed him with the 6 points. Go Russ.
Yesterday, Monday Night Football, obviously, the Bears had a lead and ended up squandering that lead. Minnesota ends up winning in a pretty decent fourth quarter from J.J. McCarthy. Your Thursday night football game, by the way, it's a really good one. Packers, Commanders at Lambeau Field, Thursday night. First Amazon Prime game of the season.
I'm buying the Packers, man. I'm a buyer on the Packers after week 1.
Both of them. I'm buying the Commanders.
Yeah. I believe we had conversations over the last couple of years. Who would you rather have, Tua or Jordan Love? I think I may have sided with Tua several times during those conversations.
Slide me Love. Slide me Jaden Daniels.
I don't think we should do that for at least a couple of weeks with any quarterback in the NFL right now.
Let's wait. I'm with you.
Spencer Rattler.
They scored more than 8.
Aaron Rodgers or Tua Tagovailoa going into Sunday for week 2?
Still take 2.
I don't think you're right. I don't think you're being truthful. I'm not even kidding. I don't think you're being truthful.
I don't really like Aaron Rodgers.
I wouldn't bail on Tua yet. Stop it. The question is, really, like, do you think that one game, because it arguably was Tua's worst game, do you think that game is an aberration, or do you think that because Mike McDaniel has been figured out and Tyreek Hill has been stopped and Tua is, arguably more injured and older, and all the stuff that goes with what year is he in? 5? You're 5? You're 6?
No, 6.
6 now.
Yeah.
Is that more of what you expect from Tua?
No.
Or is that going to be an outlier?
Outlier, aberration. There's no way Tua can score 8 points a game.
Has to be.
But are we going to
go from being as good and accurate as he had been to that's like going from A to F. You know what I mean? Like, you go from A to B plus to B to B minus. Like, there's gradations. You can't. I have a tough time believing that kind of drop off is possible.
You're looking at it from a 1-game sample size, though, man. And
and I know if you look at like his last few games,
I hate to do it
does,
because
it leans in that direction, but it's never been that bad. It's never been that bad.
It's never looked as bad as it did on Sunday. It's never, other than the Green Bay game when he had a concussion. And there are some rumblings. There were some videos of Tua taking some hits Sunday, and I don't know. Who knows? If that's the case, it's a bigger problem. But I'll just read you the stat again. 6-9, Tua and McDaniel, according to Barry Jackson, in their last 15 games that Tua's been available, 14 interceptions, 8 Tua fumbles. And that season, when the Miami Dolphins had an outstanding year and Tua was the most accurate passer in the NFL, their record against below 500 teams was outstanding. Their record against playoff teams was not. And Tua's stats dropped precipitously against those playoff teams. So, I know Tua's not as bad as we saw the other day. It's impossible. But I also don't think his best stats that we use, that you guys like to point to, are indicative of who he actually is in the NFL. Body of work.
No, to your point, is Tua a 133 passing yards a game, 3 turnover quarterback? No. Are we going to get to 27, 28 points a game because that's what it takes to win games? I'm not going to say that either. We're not going from 8 to 30. We're going to go from 8 to 14 maybe. We're going to have to build this thing up.
I think they're putting up 70. I think they're putting up 70.
It would be so great. It would be so great.
I'm looking for an alternate line right now.
The thing is.
All right, we got to wrap up this segment because we'll never get the DBJ calls in. We've got DBJ calls to get to from Saturday. So let's wrap up headlines so we can get to the DBJ stuff.
Your weather right now in South Florida, very hot, very humid, very rainy. That's your weather.
See what an alternate line is here just for one.
They're going to put up 50, Hawk?
Red. Dolphins minus 12.5 is plus 525. And I think the Dolphins are 2 touchdowns better than New England. So I'm going to lay that.
You go to Ybor City and bet that yourself. You're in Tampa.